Hello.
Hello.
Alright, so all the games set near PvP, so I guess I can skip the question with match if you want to focus on first. That you play.
Yeah, I figure I'll want to get to PvZ at some point, but I feel pretty good about it. So.
Alright, that's good. And are you canning PvC or not?
I am, but I haven't actually had too many issues. I don't canon it as much, so it's more of a one-off.
Yeah. Like repugnancy maybe. That's it.
Yeah. Basically.
So before I get started with like replay specific things, do you just have any questions you want to ask first?
Not exactly, no.
Alright. Was there any specific replay that you wanted to look at? Because there were three that I picked out that I want to use as examples, but if there's something you specifically want to look at, then we can also look at that.
Not really. I think I'll trust your general direction, wherever that leads.
Alright then. So I'm going to start kind of in the order that you sent them to me for the ones that I care about. So this is the first one you sent me, King's Cove. And this replay, all of them I'm going to just start by going through the replay and having you give me your thoughts on it.
Okay.
What you're thinking at different points, what you felt you did well, what you felt you did poorly, why you felt you lost, because obviously I'm looking at the ones where you lost, which was most of them.
Sure.
So what you felt like the turning point of the game where you lost the game, etc. And what you think you could have like done instead of what you did to not lose.
Okay.
So that's what it's going to do for this the first run through, and then we'll go through and I'll tell you my thoughts on it.
Okay. I tried to pick replay, or not all of them, but more along the lines of ones that I was less certain what went wrong.
Okay.
Because I figure, like, I don't know. If I feel like I have a clear idea as to what went wrong, then I can always test that, troubleshoot that myself.
Yes.
Okay, so I kind of was hoping he was going to gateway the other side, but he didn't. So, because
he didn't make a wall with it.
Yeah, but I missed the alternative location. And then
what do you mean when you say you missed it?
I wanted to 3 pylon wall the this corner over here. And then I guess I don't remember if I was shy or misclicked, but I didn't get the 3rd pylon down.
You didn't have money for it.
Okay. So I was shy. I guess I needed to go around and come back. I'm not certain.
Yeah. Wait for a few more minutes or something. Alright, what's this pylon by his ramp? The one with the gateway?
I think for some reason I thought I could cancel the second one and then wall his ramp, but I realized after the fact that I didn't have the means to, and then I don't know. I don't know why I had that there at all.
This pylon is misplaced for that purpose, then it should be
okay.
Up or down.
I see. Right. Okay.
So you go for the low ground cannon. And how are you feeling at this point? You already had like 2 plans go awry, so I imagine you're not feeling.
Yeah, I'm not feeling good right now. It's like I don't even have a pylon that is going to allow me to like this cannon is not going to reach very much. It might hit that gateway, maybe, but I and there's no gateway down either, so I feel pretty crappy at this point.
Yeah. On most maps, having to go to the low ground isn't a big deal, but this one is not great for it. There's no really good spot you can put it. This cannon may be after a couple squares to the left, but you can't really wall it in there, so
I see.
There's like no good spot on this map.
Right. I know that this map is not a good map. I just haven't really figured out what to do from there. I did not know that was passable. I saw his probes there. I was like, oh, well, that's awkward. I guess.
Yeah, it doesn't really look it, does it?
Yeah.
One to the left, I guess, from where you put it.
Yeah.
So maybe if the cannon and the pylon were both one to the left, maybe that would be better.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm assuming that the pylon can even go one to the left.
I think it can.
Yeah. I don't think there's two squares between the gas like that, so it should be.
Oh.
It looks like you can't go one left. So both of those are one left, this would be better. So thoughts here behind that pylon you built inside, like past the mineral line, and then why you canceled this pylon?
I guess there wasn't much. I think I was thinking I should cancel it because, like, it wasn't blocking anyway, but I guess it was still reducing surface area.
Mm-hmm.
And I built this the other pylon because I realized that, like, I'm just gonna need to settle for a contain and like find some way to transition because I've missed my window, I think.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so now you're thinking so when you build that pylon, you were building that to like secure the ramp of the cannons and go into transition? Is that
something like that. Yeah, the low ground cannon or a pylon.
Alright. I thought it was like before you realized that the other pylon wasn't making a full wall. I thought you made that to like try and
initially,
wall in the cannon.
Well, initially I thought I could wall in the cannon, and then I realized that it wasn't going, so I canceled that. I was like, I'll keep this one because at least I can use it to get something up.
Alright, that makes more sense. I'm just gonna go back like 15 seconds here. Actually, no, I'll go back further. Alright, so here you're when you're going for low ground cannon, you've got your two probes below ground to your second probe has just arrived. So you start using these to fight his probes. Was this because like you saw that he has 3 and that's enough to kill the cannon, so you're like, if I fight my probes, then he can't attack the cannon with all 3 and the cannon lives?
I wanted to get him to pull away. I don't think I was committing to engaging his probes, I just wanted him to chase.
Alright. So that was because if he has to chase your probes, then he doesn't have the 3 available to kill the cannon with, right? So then you screw up and lose this probe, so you got one probe now.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's go forward a bit. Alright, so now you're afraid of losing this probe, so you like run way out to the 3rd or the 4th or the 5th, whatever base that is.
Yeah, whatever base.
So at this point, you actually did cancel that other pylon that you just said you were going to let finish for a transition.
Yeah, I thought I was going to. I guess I didn't.
Alright. So at this point in the game, it feels like you kind of have to be transitioning at this point, right? Like,
yeah.
It's going pretty poorly. So let's see when in the game you come to the conclusion you need to be transitioning. Alright, so you do put down the gateway immediately right now, that's good. Honestly, could have gone down earlier, but at least you got it at some point. And now your other probe comes back in. So for another cannon attempt. Now you don't actually finish rolling this in. So this cannon can be attacked by a zealot, which is enough to deny it. Which I presume you noticed when the zealot started attacking it.
Right.
Alright, so here you go for another high ground.
Well, I remember, I was pretty sure that a zealot could get in there. I just felt like I needed his zealot occupied, and then I don't remember if I canceled this or not. I think the idea was to. I don't know.
Alright.
Don't know if I did. Okay, I canceled the pylons at least.
Yes, canceling the pylons is good. I believe you do cancel.
Okay.
So how are you feeling at this point?
I feel like at least I have him occupied, and I can try to tech more. My gateway's not done yet, and I'm like so focused on just like what's at the front that while I know I need to be teching, it's not like I don't know how much my focus is on that.
Yeah, your gateway's about to finish. You have finished gas, but not mining any. You haven't finished second gas. So you're pretty committed to this. I would expect your cyber doesn't go down immediately when your gateway finishes. So I didn't actually check that when I was looking at it earlier. Do you feel like this cannon is going to get anything done? Like, is it going to?
I mean, he should be able to kill that, I would think. He has a zealot out, and he should have another unit soon.
Yep. So you've got actually a third probe arriving now. Was that just accidentally chasing his probe, or did you intend to send that?
I intended to send that to because I think the thought was to contain and like I was pretty certain that I would not be able to take high ground, so the second probe is there to take low ground.
Alright, and the third one is chasing his probe.
I see. I didn't even notice that. Okay, yeah.
That one's on attack move too.
Yes, that is chasing, definitely. For no reason.
Alright, so you pull that off to go get low ground, that's good. Did you consider canceling this cannon at all?
I can't recall. Maybe.
Right.
I don't. I mean, I didn't realistically expect it to. Like, I shouldn't be able to hold that. He should have a way to break the pylon, because it's a zealot. But I don't know how much I was thinking about it.
Looking at it now, would you cancel it?
I don't know. With the pylon there, it does feel like... I mean, how quickly do two zealots kill a cannon? I guess that's where my... And it is buying me time, at least. I don't know how...
Yes, it's keeping the zealots distracted from going to the low ground.
I don't know how vital it is to have or not. It's kind of... It feels very situational that I'm not certain how to answer. Okay, so I guess it doesn't... The pylon is too far off to power that.
It does buy you time to look at it. So your low ground cannons get up. How are you feeling at this point in the game?
Still bad. I don't have any tech.
Yes, your cyber is not yet started. You have money for it, and the gateway's been done for a very long time. You haven't gotten around to sparing the actions to build it.
Right.
Similarly, a simulator has been done for ages, but you weren't mining off it yet, and you don't have a second gas.
Oh gosh. This feels pretty bad.
Are you looking for anything specific with that probe, or just trying to get vision to shoot
I was just trying to get vision, and I don't know where my attention was. But
might even starting that cyber that
yeah. And then he has a stalker, so it's like, oh, this is not good at all.
So you've got like 700 minerals right now. Where do you currently think that you should have been spending those?
Oh, that sounds like an expansion to me, but that's not the answer you're looking for.
Oh my god. You have 14 probes. What do you need a Nexus for?
That is a good question. But that's the honest, like, thought progression. I know it's wrong. I know it's wrong. Oh, man.
What's your second thought?
Okay. I could use a shield. Well, I don't even have a cyber yet. I guess I can get a pylon that is farther back if I still am wanting to go for a... See, the thing is, I don't even know how I can establish a... Like, looking at it now, I don't know how I would establish the proxy tech, because in, like, this... Only one cannon is actually... Because, like, this right one barely hits the far end of the ramp. Looking at it in hindsight, I was definitely trying to get proxy tech. Like, that was the thinking still, but
yeah, that cannon on the right does not do much for you.
No. I guess I still have minerals, so I can still be building cannons. I guess I just need to spend everything quicker. Like, if things get hairy like that. Because, like, I have nothing now that I'm looking at the resources.
Having nothing is a fair judgment situation. This game actually turns out surprisingly close, though, because he tries his best to pro. You can fast forward to the final fight now. So obviously, like, in the game, you're feeling pretty terrible right now, right?
Yeah, I feel better once I drop the robo. It's like, okay, at least we have tech.
Yeah.
Like, he has a stupid amount of stalkers, but that's my fault. Oh. That's right. I am now remembering he built a prison.
Yeah. So, you're like pretty slow charge these voiders.
Yeah.
And importantly, you don't use the fuel batteries on that pylon. You probably could have kept all this power if you'd done that. And then you may, make something happen at base rate, but it still would have been very difficult with the workers you made. You're pretty good at this point. Alright, so, where do you think you really lost that game?
You mean besides trying to cannon the non-cannon map?
Yes.
I mean, it felt pretty bad not getting a wall up. Like, just the initial high ground wall wherever I was going to start that, whether it was off the gateway or off to the side, just never happened. So that I felt like I was behind from there, just because, like, my intended plan went awry. And then I think not being able to get my first cannon, because it was like, I did shift that pylon 1 to that cannon in pylon 1 to the left on the second try, but had that been the first try, I feel like then even if he finds a way to stop that, would have been able to, like, everything would have just been a lot faster. And then I think the nail in the coffin was not having any tech behind all of this, wherever that is.
Yeah, that's a decent analysis. Let's go through and make a few points now.
Okay.
So you get across the map, and you generally watch how, it depends on where his probes are. Like, if he has a probe chasing you, or a probe, you need like 4 more minerals before going to the wall, of course. If he's got all his probes and the minerals, you need fewer. Isn't chasing you like 250 is a good number to go for when you're trying for a 3-prong wall? It depends, of course, on the pull distance to the wall as well. In this game, he did have a probe like somewhat nearby, and you went at 220. So that was definitely too soon for this.
I see.
Here. You mined about 40 minerals in the time that it took him to clear the blockades. That's because he was already a bit closer. If you were at the mineral patch and you waited for 2-3 minerals, you would have had the 300 you needed.
I see.
So you went for this a little bit too fast. Ideally, you can like wait until the last second to cancel that last pylon. I don't know when you have these spare actions available to do that though. But the longer you can keep him confused as to whether you're committing to that or not, the better.
Right.
This is a small thing. This pylon ramp
is
obviously
misplaced.
Does nothing.
Yeah.
If you'd done that correctly and got the 2 pylons there to finish the wall, that's actually decent because now you can use this first pylon for the low ground cannon and maybe be able to make something happen.
Okay.
So the idea wasn't terrible, but obviously misplaced the pylon that made it kind of pointless. So at this point, I would be sending this probe deeper into the main and letting the second probe take care of the low ground.
Oh, right. Okay.
Then you advise his attention. He has to worry about the probe in the main and the probe in the natural.
It's also a shift cue that I can, like, not think about that probe for a good 10-20 seconds.
Yeah. And if he's committing lots of defending the low ground, then he may not pay attention, get a wall up in his middle line or something. And that pulls him to there, and then maybe he gets him in the low ground. It's just much more powerful to have the positional advantage of your probes being split up.
Right.
It can be decent to be able to like fight with both of them on the low ground like you do here. Because using probes as a fighting force is good. But you don't actually do much here because you do like lose one, the cannon dies anyway.
Right.
The cannon pylon being one to the left would have made this a lot cleaner. You still let me go back to watch the exact way that gets built, but you probably wouldn't be able to get it rolled in immediately anyway. Okay, if you build the pylon actually first, you could have built the pylon that gap and then got the cannon and walled it in. So you don't have money for it yet. You build those 2 pylons, you cancel one on the high ground. 2 pylons plus the cannon. That would at least help a lot, but it wouldn't pull the wall in. Might be able to get it finished though, per se. So it would be nice if you had a broken high ground right now during all of this. So.
Oh, just to split his attention more, or?
Split his attention, and when it becomes obvious that this low ground isn't working, you can cancel all that immediately switch to the high ground.
Oh, okay.
You can switch plans like very quickly, right? Because you can cancel instantaneously and immediately get most of the money back and just go somewhere else.
Right.
And he's going to be pretty late responding to it most of the time. So you, of course, you do take a bit of a hit in the 25% loss. Here, I would have your probe be heading just straight to the high ground.
Okay.
Like, it can get to the high ground safely without being hit.
I always feel nervous about taking a probe up to the high ground a second time.
Why?
I think I've had a lot of people like randomly pull probes and like just camp the top of the ramp even though you can mineral walk past, and like I often have done that. It's just like if I've already taken damage, I'm not sure like between the zealot and probes. I think I don't think that's a correct fear. I just know that that is something I have in my head.
So I'd like to know you have high ground vision right now because of that pylon.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Which means you should know that he's not
right. That does give some peace of mind.
Yeah. But like this probe is not likely to make it back to that cannon to wall it in. I mean, okay, actually, you could perhaps go down just a little bit and then mineral walk back through these probes, take a bunch of damage to survive, and then finish walling in the cannon. It only has 2 probes attacking it right now. Oh, no, never mind. That doesn't work because they can attack from below that pylon because it's not the wall. Never mind. You haven't screwed it up. Maybe you could have.
I see.
I still don't know that would have been great because this cannon doesn't do much for you. I would probably prefer going straight to the main. And as well, the less better as well can lost the other probe.
Sure.
One on the lower ground, one on the high ground.
Right.
Also, perhaps this could be a good time for transition. If you had the second probe still alive and one probe in the high ground, I don't think it would be necessary to be transitioning it yet.
Okay.
That's not the biggest deal if you have that situation set up.
Do you think a general rule of thumb is like if you lose a probe, it's good to start a tech transition?
Not really.
No, okay.
It's if you feel you can't get high ground, that's when you go for transition.
Okay. That
but
helps all the same.
Yeah. If you had a probe with low ground and a probe with high ground right now, then you could definitely still do a lot of damage with cannons. And as it is, you can still maybe do damage if this probe like gets in and makes that wall that you eventually do make later. If you make that like a lot sooner, like right now, you just run and get that wall up into the pockets, and you can still do a lot with cannons right now, and then you don't need necessarily be transitioning. But it's getting a bit harder at this point because there's only one probe.
Sure.
This weird juking and running around with this probe is really bad. You took a lot of damage there for no reason, and then now you just run it off, and it's useless at this point. All it's doing is making lose a little bit of mining time. And now you should definitely be transitioning, obviously, which you do realize in a few seconds since they're under the gateway. You have a ton of minerals. There's no reason to not throw down both gases at the same time here.
Okay.
So you come back in. At this point, you could still go for the low ground, maybe, like you do here. But you definitely should have fully walled in that cannon. It's very unlikely you're going to get anything down to the high ground by this point.
Okay.
So maybe you can hope that he makes a mistake and pulls workers for your probe, which a lot of people will do. Yeah, you could have full walled that cannon there. And then at least would have finished against the zealot. But that cannon still doesn't do a whole lot for you. You need like another pylon, a whole bunch of cannons off to the left, and like maybe even an interim cannon to protect the cannons on the left. Because your only goal at this point really is just control the ramp. Very good ramp. You should probably be probing at this point and have been probing for a while. If the game like is really slowing down, you're banking a lot of money, but you still feel like you may be able to eventually make something happen, like you completely shut down your probes or anything. Then you can start throwing in a few probes, so that way you're kind of not committing to a transition, but you're still like...
You're taking baby steps there.
Yeah. And it's like not a lot of commitment money-wise, so you can still get a nice wall if you get the opportunity. And then if at some point you like lose your probes, then you can go ahead and get the gateway. But probably around the time that the first low ground cannon was not looking great, I would have started probing up again.
Okay.
I'm not sure that canceling this cannon would have been good. I know I asked you last. I could see either canceling it or not canceling it both being reasonable options.
I see.
I kind of want to hear your opinion on it. Because it does buy you a lot of time, and the fact that it's also happy attacking it, it's going to the low ground and the cannon on the left. Which is the important one. The one on the right doesn't really give much aside from perhaps protect the one on the left. And here you should definitely be getting a back pylon like immediately. Fiber immediately. Those are your priorities right now for the transition.
I see.
You've identified for yourself with high ground as not like your winning play right now. It's just trying to buy time or something. And he did pull a bunch of probes, so it wasn't the worst thing ever. But the way you win this game is by the transition. So your side needs to be top priority. Your second gas needs to be high priority. Mining the first gas high priority. And getting the back cannons off is high priority. Yeah, so like you need to have the back pylon pretty much already done at this point.
I see.
The one that you start now. Like that could have been done a minute ago. Like this cannon you just started could have been in a more useful position and about done by now. You could have
Wow. I guess had that been done, then maybe like I still have a good amount of money, so 2 cannons farther, like at a better position for the controlling the or like so that he can't come down the ramp, then maybe I can get my tech up properly.
Oh, also your cyber should probably be done. You should have like 150 gas by now.
Sure.
So you should basically have like a pylon. This pylon finished. Two cannons about finished in range of his ramp, and it's starting or like 25% done right now. That's where you should be.
Sure.
So he gets to walk down here, of course, because your cannons are like in a little bit of an awkward position and not quite done yet. So this would be much less of a problem if your first warrior should be like about to finish right now.
Oh, that would have made a big difference too.
This would all just look way better for you. And of course, he's floating like 1,200.
But I mean, that's why we're where we are.
Yeah. So your opponents are all going to be pretty sloppy like this, but you can control yourself not being sloppy.
Sure. Yeah, opponent is not necessarily a benchmark.
Yeah. After this, it was really just the lack of courage from the Void Rays and the lack of healing on your trophy pylon, but like, the game is over by this point.
Okay.
Getting Robo is good. I don't know what all you scaled in, but at the very least you saw 3 gateways and a lot of stalkers. So
yeah, I just got the Robo because of how many stalkers I saw. I was like, oh, I would like an immortal. That would be nice.
Yeah. So the summary of this game really was I selected this game mostly to focus on the probes. The fact that I think you should split them up and really capitalize on the. I'm not sure if you saw last Sunday the coaching session with Ada where I was focusing on like the power of initiative, the attack.
Oh yeah.
That's really what you gain by splitting up your probes. Is he doesn't know what you're going to do before you do it. When your probes are in the same spots, it's a lot more obvious what your intention is.
Right.
PvP is a lot of misdirection.
Okay.
And keeping the opponent in the dark as long as possible.
Huh. I guess. Okay. I'm like thinking about that and I'm like, that's how I think about it in like the OG macro sense for PvP. Just because there's so many different tech paths.
Yeah.
But, okay.
Yeah, there's so many different walls you can go for.
Oh, sure, you have the full range of wall potential with PvP, as opposed to Terran or Zerg.
Yeah, so if you like... So even the small things, like, don't send your probes where you want to build a wall until you're going to build a wall, right? If you send it there and they're waiting for the money, then he's just going to go block that wall, right? Obviously.
Right.
And that's like a pretty intuitive thing, right?
Uh-huh.
And you can expand it a whole bunch of other things, like even like I said, having your probes, but if he doesn't know which probe is the real threat, and you may not even know until you have money to do the threat, right? You can sharp around for opportunities, and then when he gives you one on either probe, you take it. So you just double the potential for opportunities. Of course, it's harder to control. You have to keep probes alive. So that's why you have to practice really like, the large shift queue circles and tapping back and forth between the probes and keeping tabs on them. And that's both important for one, keeping them alive, and 2, looking for the aforementioned opportunities. Right? Because you
I see what you're saying. Like, you have to keep them alive, but in the process of, that's also where your screens are going to be shifting so that you can, like, see where the opportunities may be.
Yeah. You should generally have a mental image of the game state, and that mental image should lead you to being like, I want to make a wall and flow ground here, and I also want to like make this 3-pylon wall behind his gas. Right? And then you're just like, you send one probe to that gas and one probe to low ground, you're just kind of flipping back between the two. And then you see these scuttles and probes in the low ground, and you're like, alright, abort that probe, go to the high ground to that 3-pylon wall you tried initially, and then you go back to the probe kind of middle line, and you're like, oh look, I can get this wall up. So you go ahead and get that up. And in the process of jumping back and forth between them, like, updating your perspective on what's available and what's not as far as walls go, you're naturally going to be able to keep them alive just by the fact that you're looking at them. So if you see them pulling, you just pull away.
Okay.
So this, it's kind of like a 2-for-1 bargain for jumping between rows.
Okay.
It's important that you don't like spam the keys to jump back and forth between them. Like you're
actually looking at them,
jumping between them, looking at them, and thinking about it, right? Updating your game states in your mind, and then running away from things, of course.
Okay.
And that will all come with practice. But you have to be cognitive, obviously, in order to practice it.
Yeah.
Cognitive, not cognitive, but that doesn't make any sense. Alright, do you have any more thoughts on this game before we move on?
No.
Alright. Also, while we're going to the next one, do you want the 6 hours or the 1 hour?
1 hour.
1 hour, okay.
Yeah.
So in that case, I'm going to move on to actually it was Cyber Force 46. So that game took a little longer than I expected it to. I'm not going to have time for all three, but that one pretty much covered what I was looking for in the other one anyway, which was the fact that you were slow in the transition. And that one was like a little bit more straightforward. You went for defensive fours, and you took quite a while to realize that his cannon was denying him from going high ground. So your transition was very late. And he went sideward before gases. It was very sloppy. But we kind of covered that same topic with that most recent game, so we don't need to look at that one too much. This game opens much better for you than the other one does.
I had a better sense of what I was doing on the map, at least.
Yeah, this is a better map as well. That's clearly one. So this probe doesn't really need to die. You were pretty slow to mineral walk through his probes at the start, so you took a lot of damage. But it's not unlikely that's going to die at some point anyway. He just a bit more mining time in the process of hunting it down. So this is all decent so far. So far you haven't really made any grievous mistakes. Like the first probe shouldn't have died as easily, but you're going to end up in a state similar to this fairly consistently. And this is a good game state for you to be in.
Okay.
So you go ahead and drop the gateway, which is good. Going for that transition. You should also be considering getting your gases at this point. The big mistake you make here is this probe should start attacking his gateway.
Okay.
And that sounds like a really small thing because you never think of probes as really dealing damage.
Which gateway?
I mean, either one, I guess.
Okay.
The fact that it's conserving damage is the important thing. It's better to attack shields than hull, I guess, because hull has armor and probes deal fairly low damage, so they're heavily affected by armor like cannons are.
Okay.
But both of them have a lot of shields, so that doesn't really matter. Yeah, you usually think of probes as not dealing much damage, but in this game, I calculated you had about 50 seconds that your probe could have been attacking, which is about 235 damage that it could have dealt.
Oh, wow.
So that's like half of the gateway's shields, right? That's actually pretty significant when you add it all up. And there were a couple other games where you had like 2 probes that could have both been attacking. That's like an entire shield's worth on a gateway.
I see.
That's really significant damage you shouldn't neglect.
Okay.
And then here, you should split your fire between the 2 gateways. Because what you want to do is you want to split the fire, and then when you chrono this one, you focus down that one, and that will deny the stalker.
Okay.
So you're going to go shooting this one, and then you start finishes, you chrono this one, and the stalker finishes, right?
I see. That makes sense now.
Yeah. You definitely should have immediately switched your fire to this one when you started the stalker at the very least. But to really maximize the chance that you die, you should be splitting your fire initially. And that's something that I know Dan at least has talked about several times in the stream where he said, okay, here I'm splitting my fire so I can focus down the wing chronos. And then he does that. And then he always nuts the stalker and usually wins from there. It's like if he doesn't have a stalker at this point, this is going so much better for you, right?
Right.
I will admit, it means you get to drop this high ground pile on later because it takes you longer to break through the wall. And that's why it's tempting to just click on one. But this is only production, so he just kills production into the game.
Okay.
well, I say you win the game. You're in a really good spot.
Sure.
Anyway, so here you're not in like the worst position ever going into the transition, but the problem is you commit a lot to the high ground here, right? You build like 2 pylons and a cannon to the high ground, and you're not going to hold this high ground. Like I hate to break it to you, this high ground here is a lost cause. That's never gonna happen.
Okay.
Your best hope here is like buying time for the death and stuff. You do like it's a lot closer than I feel it should have been as far as long high ground goes. Because like if you hadn't gotten on power blade, actually hold high ground until the first warrior came out, but I mean you should have. Because high ground man is really powerful. He's doing a whole bunch of weird stuff here with junior cannon. He wastes a lot of time, and now we just say, hey, I'm fighting back and forth for no reason. And then, weapons out. You're committing out like additional batteries to hold on high ground and everything. Like, if those 2 high ground pylons and cannon had just been a couple cannons further back below the ramp, then,
sure.
And then you just have batteries going there. Like, it's nice to hold the high ground because it gives you a lot more leverage with your void rays to attack him. Which is it's definitely nice if you have it, but it's not worth the risk and the cost of attempting to get it up because it's not.
Do you think if I had denied the first stalker by splitting and targeting better, then high ground's viable?
Yeah, if you did kill both gateways before a stalker can come out, you can possibly just kill him with cannons on a good map like this one.
I see.
At the very least, you are in a better spot for the transition. But
okay.
Yeah, you probably do some serious damage with cannons there. On the good maps.
Right.
Not necessarily on certain bad ones, but if these hadn't gone on power here, honestly, you still wouldn't necessarily be dead. Because it's like a Stargate versus Robo, which is good for you. And his production is all just finishing now. You have Warrior coming out. So you maybe could have held on long enough for this Warrior to come out with another Chrono. And then maybe you could have held from there and stabilized and then won with the tech advantage. But it would have been a lot harder. And you just played it a little bit safer. And you would have pretty much full batteries right now if you just pulled back. And you wouldn't come down on power while you're crap anyway.
Right. Okay.
So really the important part of this game was putting the fire and the fact that you overcommitted to a high ground you couldn't hold.
Okay.
Do you have any thoughts, questions about this game?
No, that was a good one to review.
Alright. Alright, so now let's look at Cyberforce 50 Failfish. Yes, this was one that I was just talking about where you build your Cybernetic core before you build the simulator.
I did?
Yes.
I don't even remember. I remember just being really irritated with how I played the game in general, and I was just like, okay.
Yeah, this is one of those games that is not exactly uplifting.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you said that you were just trying to play this game, so first let's have you just go through and tell me all the mistakes you made.
I think I repressed half the game, so I don't know if I can do that right now.
Alright, let's see.
Did I miss a pylon here? Oh no, that one's okay. No, there's the okay. Oh, I got a wall.
Yeah, you got the wall up in time before the pylon finished. That actually wasn't early. The opening bit here wasn't working early. So I would say the first big thing already happened. What's your thought on it?
I should have kept my probe on the high ground, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. I also trapped my probe, but I don't know which is more of a problem. I feel like these two problems are like both trying to correct for the same thing.
Yeah, they're both related problems. Your first probe also didn't need to take that whole damage that it took.
Right.
Yeah. More specifically than keeping in the high ground, though, you should have started the high ground pylon by now.
Okay.
Do you know why you should have started the high ground pylon?
Not a clue.
Alright, so because you got some...
Because I have to cancel my gateway, or...
You don't necessarily need to cancel the gateway.
I guess that's true.
But you've got this nice forward aggressive cannon. This is a decent map for being aggressive. If you had started the high ground pylon, quite a bit earlier to line up with this cannon finishing, that's faster than his forge. Right? So you get high ground cannons before his forge finishes, and then you just win.
I think where I definitely had the time, space, etc. The ability to drop it on the ramp as my probe was going down, like without like there was nothing chasing it at that point.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. You should have dropped the high ground pylon at some place at some point a while ago.
Okay.
And then either he pulls a lot of probes to deny, in this case you just cancel and you've gained money for free, basically, right?
Sure.
Or it finishes and then your cannons on high ground faster than his defensive cannons, and that's obviously very good for you. So those are the two possibilities there. I disagree with canceling the gateway. At this point, since you haven't started that high ground pylon,
right. I need the tech. Yeah. I need the tech more than I...
Yeah. At this point, you need to go in for transition. So let that gateway finish, throw down some gases at home, get some cannons, control the ramp, and just play for transition.
Okay.
Because at this point, you're never taking high ground before you go to finish. Starting the pylon on high ground, you force him to pull the cannon, and then you cancel your pylon and either cancel the cannon or let the finish, either way you gain money over him. That's decent. Like what you just did here, that's fine. But you need to, also be working transition and just doing this to force the response. And you are kind of, like, you do have the gateway coming, no gases, like I said, those come very, very late game. You do have the gateway coming, but the gateway would be, like, done if you can't.
Right.
And yeah, you wouldn't have had to cancel the first one.
When should gases be taken in general relation to gateway and cyber?
So gateways are often built for the purpose of walling.
Sure.
Which means, like, you could have your gateway finished and still not be taking gases, right?
Okay, right.
Whenever you start the transition, though, you want to throw down both gases pretty much immediately.
I see.
So that may be you start the gateway and then you start both gases at the same time. Or it could be like you start the cyber and the two gases at the same time because you've had a gateway finished for a while, but you were trying to kill them.
I see.
It's about when you plan your transition, you want as much gas as possible at that point.
Okay. That helps.
Even if you don't fully saturate both gases, it's still better to have both and put like 2 and 2 or even 2 and 1 than to have one gas and fully saturated.
Okay.
And you're usually going to have the spare minerals when you start the transition, which allows you to afford a second gas.
Okay.
So it's always going to be more efficient mining to have 2 gases than you have the spare minerals for it. obviously you get greedy there trying to kill this gateway. Didn't have lost those ropes. That makes it pretty hard now to control his ramp.
I didn't realize that his cannon completely covered the ramp, even though it's like kind of obvious.
Yeah.
Looking at it from observer is very different than in game.
Yeah, it is. This game is a little bit tragic because this gateway's 5 with like 10 health.
Oh my goodness.
You at no point kill this gateway. This gateway is still alive in this game.
That may be why I named it this.
It's not the fact that you have 900 minerals.
All the reasons. Pick any of them.
Like this is just a classic case of bad macro. 900 minerals, 0 gas, finish side where you just can't use the side from batteries maybe. It's a very ugly game. And it's funny, it started off really well. Like, you got the spawn log, you got the cannon up, great. Then you just didn't build a high ground pile on, and until it was like way too late. And it's like, we're too late in transition.
Wow. That gateway.
Kind of went away.
This is humorous. Oh man.
And at this point, you're very far behind.
Yeah. I've been behind because I canceled the gateway and like, what was the transition? I don't know.
The transition was
non-existent. I wanted to Shizel, clearly.
So you have any questions about that game? I don't know. Yeah.
No, I think that game it illustrates all of my problems in one.
So speaking of, a general summary of the mistakes that I saw were the slow transitions definitely was a problem. You commit too much to trying to hold high ground from the low ground, which is not really a thing against Protoss.
Okay.
It is against Terran. That may be why you're confused. But you can't do it against Protoss.
Okay. What causes the difference?
Marines have 5, Marines have 6.
Okay.
Also, Marines die to cannons and Stalker's Stone.
I see. Okay. That helps.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, yes, you need to go for those like back cannons a lot more. You need to be a lot more comfortable going for the back cannons than this going for transition. You often go into the Stargate transition in PvP because you didn't send me really anywhere you won from there. I'm not sure that's just because you were biased in your replay selection to send me, or if it's because it doesn't happen, or what.
In PvP, I pretty much always get at least one Stargate. I usually follow it up with... I feel like a lot of people go for Stalker Prism, so I usually end up on a Robo as my second thing, but sometimes I've got, like, once or twice I've gotten a second Stargate, and other times... I was doing Tempest when... Like, I really enjoyed Tempest when they were moving properly.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even care about... Like, I felt like my PvP was... It like, that's when it was at its best? Because, like... Okay. But, like, it got really shaky very quickly, just because I think I've confused things from PvP and PvT enough that it just got... And then I just think people, or Protoss, have better cannon defense than Terran. It just feels that way.
That's a little probably. Yeah. So do you find that you win much when you have to transition against Protoss or not?
PvP feels like more is decided in the first opening stage. Like, if my wall is up and everything goes well, then I feel like I win quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if I have to transition in PvP, it feels sloppy still.
Alright, yeah. So I'm gonna say that if you just get more comfortable with going for the back cannons instead of committing to holding the high ground from the low ground, I think that'll help a lot with that because you'll be in a more stable position.
Okay.
For the transition. Probe micro could use some work. Like I said, splitting them up and keeping tabs on them, of course. Also, you're a bit slow to do mineral walking, which seems to be a common problem for lower level cannon rushers. There are a few games where you just got hit one more ball than you needed to because you're slow on the mineral walk.
Okay.
You didn't do a terrible job of building behind you. That looked pretty solid. There was that one time where like you misplaced the wall or you didn't have the money for it, but the actual micro of building the structures was fine. Obviously, you're very slow on the transition in a lot of these games. So along with the back cannons, you were slowing getting your gases pretty frequently, or your gate would be done. You haven't started the cyber yet. You consistently throw a lot of minerals during that time, and a lot of that is because you're slowing the gases on the cyber. And some of that's because you're not going for back cannons.
Okay, that all makes sense why it looks weird.
Yeah.
Expenditure-wise.
Yeah. And against defensive forge, you really need to, like I said, like your high ground piling either needs to be fast enough that you can beat his cannons, or you need to recognize that you're not going to beat his cannons and immediately go for the transition. Defensive forge slows him down a lot, which means that you can go into the transition having done no serious damage and still be in a perfectly fine spot.
Okay, that helps. Gives me a sense of things, like comparing like stalker defense versus forge defense, because they feel very different in having to, but I haven't really figured out what it all means.
Also, if you can steal like gas against the forge, that's really good, because he doesn't have a good way of defending against the gas steal, because he has to like build a cannon or like a late zealot or something.
And that will be easier if I'm splitting my probes better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because if you're splitting your probes, you'll like already have the other one continue the cannon pressure.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't really see much of your like void ray micro because you didn't never void rays out just in any of these games. You were just kind of dead when the first one finished. I can't count much on how your void ray micro is.
I feel like it used to be really bad, and then once I cleaned it up, that's where I had that, and then that's also when the Tempests were a thing. So like the combination of the two was like, okay, we're gaining some traction here, and I still feel like I don't have great void ray micro, but it feels like I don't really enter like Dragon Ball Z games. They usually go robo, so I usually just like pull the void rays back into so that they come down into the immortals, and it's good enough.
Alright, that's fine. Yeah, you don't need to have like incredible void ray micro this level. You just need to have void rays. Yeah. Which is currently the problem.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's about it. Unless you have any questions.
No.
Alright. I will send you my notes for the games. There were 4 replays that we didn't look at, so you can first look at the notes for those games.
Okay.
It was mostly just basic stuff, like in the game that you won, pretty much the only problem really was that your high ground cannons were too far back. They could have been Rings' Nexus.
Oh, okay.
And the notes for the other games you lost were pretty redundant from the games we looked at.
Okay.
Alright.
Alrighty.
Yeah, so you can just like pay with the donation link below in my stream description.
Okay. I'll pass that on to Sushi.
Alright.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah. Look.
Okay. Thank you for the host, Alexander Enke, and thank you for following House Quark. Sorry I wasn't too interactive earlier, as my focus was obviously on everything printf had to say. This is not what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for. Let me think, is there anything else of note right now? Well, I need to finish the thing. Finding link. And I'm gonna go through his notes just for a quick skim. No, this is not it either. I don't know how to navigate Twitch sometimes. Here's videos. Oh, here we go. This is what I want, right? No. I'm so confused. I think I'll just come back to this later when maybe, yeah, I will figure this out eventually. Okay, let's look at his notes. Text file. King's Cove went for wall before having enough money for it. Should have kept a high ground probe to try for a high ground pylon if low ground was dealt with. Should probably have full walled in the second low ground attempt. Okay. So I guess I needed either a gateway or a fourth pylon. slow to transition and get back cannons when it became obvious high ground wasn't going to happen. I think identifying that is... Oh. Have probes being attacking things. Zealot finishes before you start a cyber. Oh my. Okay. Nexus is pretty greedy here since you don't have units and your only cannons are... Oh. Okay. I see. I need back cannons more. I'm getting that quite repetitively. And whatnot. Should attack the finished pylon, not the one he can cancel. Okay, that makes sense. High ground cannons should have been a bit further forward, still safe and in range of the Nexus. Okay, I need to switch my skins back so I can see the cannon grid. At least temporarily. Low ground cannon isn't great for fast versus such a... Had the advantage of walling and scouting his cannon rush early, so just slow down. Okay, then either steal a gas or threaten with cannons while your gate is building. Very bad probe. Oh. Lost 2 stalkers to cannons for no reasons, you need to stand in range of them. Sloppy losing first probe. Attack with your probe. Me? Which cyber forest is 46? Oh, this is the one versus Jeterix. Okay, so we covered this one. Okay. Alright, well, that's a good amount of stuff to think through. I guess that'll be it for this stream. I've reviewed everything, and thanks to printf and Sushi for their involvement. And yeah, I will catch you guys next time. Let's find someone to host. Is Turkey Dano still streaming? He is still streaming. That seems appropriate.